Welcome back to the table. Today is a special day because I've got Emily and Elisha. Only Ryan and Jeremy aren't here. But the three of us are going to play three-player Fractured Sky. This is the latest game from IV Games, or IV Studio rather. And this is probably they produce games for sure. Their games have nice production.
Yeah.
But this game is like up here. Wait until you hear the magnets click when I go behind the screen. It's one of my favorite things. But this is a game, Emily, what would you say is going on in this game?
So we got a little bit of area control, definitely some bluffing going on.
Definitely some bluffing.
To see what we're doing, and some hidden objectives that we're trying to see if we can meet and reach with some little bit of resource management. But mainly, I'm trying to get control of the islands that I've got out here, and I want to do that by putting my airships with a certain number. Those numbers can't add up to more than 10 though.
Right.
Which is the key to it. If you do more than 10, you're going to lose points at each of those by however much you've gone over 10, which, spoiler, we have done before.
Yeah, we're not going to say who did it. We're not going to say who did it. No one needs to know that I or someone did it. But yes, that's what we're going to be doing, and you'll see what we're doing as we play. But just to give you a quick overview, on your turn, you are going to either place one of your 3 airships. That's kind of the meat of your turn. But there are some other things you can do in your turn. You can build markets in some of these places that are connected, some of the islands, because when we resolve them, you might get resources, and you'll get extra resources if you have markets there. And then you've got these little fortresses. These actually increase the strength of your troops. And
as long as you have your airship there.
As long as you have your airship there. And we've made that mistake as well.
Yes.
You can have, there's some 0 chips behind here that you can put on your airship. And those don't really do anything for you. It could help you bluff a little bit.
Definitely could help you bluff.
If you have a fort there and you have a 0 airship, your fort still contributes, so that's helpful. So there's a lot of interesting things going on. And then there's these little skimmers here that are temporary troop increases that will just come right back. The markets and the fortresses, those stay out there. And then we're also going to be managing gold, iron, and wood as the resources. Those are mostly used to build those 3 things that we just talked about.
Or to peek or scout.
Yes.
And see what, so each round we're going to have different islands that are actually going to score points, which is in the form of starfall. And so this round, we know one of them will be the torrential tropics. So torrential tropics is probably going to be hotly contested. Yes.
Maybe.
Probably.
I'm already bluffing.
And we have one more. In order to see the one more, you'll need to pay 2 gold on your turn, and you can take a look at what it is. When you do that, you'll also be able to see, okay, it's going to have 2 resources on it. I can choose to take one of those resources, but if I do, these 2 know a hint at kind of which place that might be on the board.
Just a hint, because those resources do match up with the location reflected on the card. And it is kind of hard to guess that. Later in the game, some of that deduction gets a little easier because there's more cards going on. There's more information down here. We'll also be able to sort of look through this deck when we go to a location with our airship first. You'll be able to look at the cards that aren't in play.
See what it isn't, yeah.
And these cards that are in play are there because that is where starfalls are going to be located. Starfalls are what we're trying to collect to win the game. At the end of the game, whoever has the most wins. And that person in our practice game was Elisha.
Surprisingly, yes.
Elisha, remind us, what did you do strategically? What were the things you focused on in that game?
I focused on getting out a lot of markets so that I was picking up a lot of resources, and then I was working on getting fortresses out. But having the resources to take your time, to check things out, and to wait for other people to make moves, get more information on what other people do, and then I'm like, okay, my ships go. And so I was able to go last a lot because of that.
Yeah, and on the flip side, I didn't have a lot of markets out there. I was a little resource poor. So what that meant was I was just putting my airships out. Now I'd finish the round and I could take first place in the next turn order or third and take a gold coin. But it meant that I was sitting here while they were taking their time. And then going last actually has some advantages here because when you know where all the starfalls are and you've peeked at a lot of cards, you can go, I'll just wait. No one's going there. I'll go there with my 1 token and win it in the end.
Yeah.
So anyway, enough of a preamble. We're going to get right to it with round 1. No cards are flipped over except this. Like you said, that's not Morental Tropics.
No.
It's torrential tropics. I misread that last night. So Who's first player?
Well, I got chosen as first, but that means that I got to choose my order, and I chose to go last, so that way I'd get an extra gold. Elisha, you chose to go second, and David, that leaves you as first.
I am going to go first. So I don't know if I want to change my strategy from last time. I do like using these ships, but going first makes me feel like I want to build a market.
You should
And the
do it.
market costs a gold and 2 wood.
Yes,
You know what though? I'm gonna take a risk.
of course you are.
I'm gonna take a risk.
Just started.
This is my downfall. The lure of peeking at things is too much for me. I took 2 gold and 2 wood to begin with. I'm gonna spend the 2 gold.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take a peek at this starfall card.
All right.
Now I'm going to
watch
know
him like a
before
hawk.
anyone else, and I'm not gonna make eye contact with the board after this, as to where this location is. Okay. And now, like she said, I can take one of the resources on the card.
You can do that?
But I'm gonna scan all the locations to see if that will give a lot of information. I don't think it will. So I'm going to put that back. And now I put one of these tokens right here to signify that I'm gonna take a gold. So that gives me a much needed gold back. And I also know where that location is. That's my turn.
You do know where that location is. Gold is the most frequent one too, just by 1. So that really gives me very little.
I know, that's
information,
why I took
actually.
it.
Plus, you needed the gold.
And I needed the gold. I was
Because you
actually
need a
hoping,
market.
I was hoping that there was a gold on that one.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my airship and do the really satisfactory...
Did you hear that? Did you hear that click? I'll replay it.
So we have little discs behind here, and they each have numbers, 2 zeros and then a 1 through 10. And the 1 and 10 both have a white border on it.
Yeah.
So you know it's either a low bet or a high bet.
What you got there?
No
Oh,
white.
it's
no
not a
white.
white
It could
border.
be any other number right now
It's a
that
0.
I have chosen.
It's a 0.
And I'm going to put it on the for sure bet, which is the torrential tropics.
Oh, it's not a 0.
But because I'm the first one to go there, I get to see one of the cards that it's not this round.
Yes.
So I have a little more information. Not as much as David does, but at least I know.
But that is pretty good. And that's what I was talking about. Later in the game, when there's 5 of these Starfall cards here, that's
There's only
actually
3 left.
that's
Yes,
quite
exactly.
useful to find
Yes.
that out.
All right.
So, Elisha.
I'm going to go ahead and be responsible and build myself a market. So I'm going to use 1 gold, 2 wood. I'm going to fiddle that way. And I'm going to go ahead and put it here. And I'm choosing this spot because you'll see here that there's 4 little stars. And then this space here is connected to this, 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 and this. So if I were to score resources in any one of these 4, I would get an extra resource because I have a market here.
Yeah,
That is pretty good market spot.
I know. It really is.
If you play this game and you place a market in the first round, that's where to place it, I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
like
or one of its sister ones
Yeah,
next
this
to
one
it.
here
Yes.
or this one here, and then it gets a little weaker.
Now, with
going
that
out.
said, there are some objective cards that can come into the game that reward you for having markets maybe in the lesser spaces.
Exactly.
So there are some things in the game.
There's a tension there.
Yeah, for sure. Back to me.
Yeah.
All right,
Gonna play something?
it's time to click some magnets.
Let's do it.
Or,
Uh-huh.
you know what? While the getting's good,
No.
I'm going to spend, what is it? 1 gold
2 wood.
and 2 wood.
And you got that gold from that peak.
I know. I know.
You got lucky.
I'll take that spot right next to you.
You're going to come
Okay,
cuddle?
you
I'm
didn't
going
do
to
that.
come cuddle
You
over
didn't
there.
Need to do that.
This is the only time where cuddling at the board game table is allowed, I think.
All right, I don't like not knowing what's going on. So I'm going to
Really?
spend 2 gold.
What?
And I'm also going to look and see what this little thing was.
Can I look too?
No, you can't.
You kind of did, cheater.
I mean, I looked
But-
at it already.
I mean, that is a good point. This isn't a memory game.
Yes.
So that is part of it too, is once you put your cube there, you can keep looking at what is there.
do you
what do I
want the gold?
So I can take a gold, and then we won't tell Elisha any more information. Or
Unless she peeks at it.
if she picks at it too. Or I can choose if there was something different on it.
What was the different thing? Don't
There,
say. Don't
it
say.
could have been the same. It could have been the same because one of the places has 2 gold. So I'll let her wonder if that's it because I'm going to also take a gold.
That's not surprising. So we'll just put this up here as a reminder, but she also took the gold.
There you go.
Well, all right. I'm going to put out
An airship.
an airship.
Here it goes.
I mean, I feel like
Emily and I are going to sit on this information
As
for as long as
we can.
possible.
I know.
100%.
I
Because
know.
why would you go somewhere and then I go, well, that's got to be
Yeah.
it. You know, I did the same thing where I just held back and just was waiting for everybody to make
Or maybe
their
if you go
moves.
somewhere, I'll go there too. So Elisha thinks that's the place.
Yeah, I don't know that there's teaming up in this game. It's every person for themselves, for sure. Where are you going to go?
I'm going to go to the piece of information that I know, and I'm going to hang
That's
out
that
over
one.
here.
Oh, interesting. I wonder who has the higher value there. That's something that can happen at the table is someone will play something and you think, well, surely that's their 10.
Yeah.
And then it ends up being their 1. Or in my case, it might be their 10 and their 1 on the table, and that's more than 10. That's a big no-no in this game. Well, I am going to... I might be playing it safe, Alicia. I might be going where I need to go.
Oh my gosh.
Emily's the only one who knows for
you gotta
sure.
watch
I think
my
they got
face.
strategies.
I am gonna go. Listen.
There you go. Click it into place.
So
Locked and
satisfying.
loaded.
Can you place this on the dreadful desert, please?
Ooh, right there in the middle.
I could be placing there because that's where a Starfall is going to be. I could be placing there because I have a market attached to it.
And you
So-
already know what it is, but you can still also take a card to see what it's.
Oh,
on.
that is true.
There you go. I'm going to place a market. So I'm going to use gold and 2 wood. And can you put mine above the dreadful desert? Right there.
It's another good spot of real estate. All right.
I'm not going to say whether that's particularly smart or not.
Let's see. I'm going to...
We haven't
Wait.
had any white ones yet, so.
That's
Oh,
accurate.
Until? Oh, no. Still no.
Still no.
Oh, everyone's bringing out their big guns on the last turn.
She gets a card though, so she gets a little more information.
A little bit of information. Watch, it's going to be exactly where I just went.
I know, that's the
That happened
worst.
way too many times to me where I'm just like, I'm going to go a place.
You're like, I'm not scoring here.
Fair. All right.
All right, it's back to me. So I'm resource poor at this point. So I'm just placing ships at this point. And I'm going to end up placing sooner than you do in
You
the
are.
end.
Yes.
So I'm probably going to have to give things away beforehand.
Yep.
Let's see. Doing some math so I don't make a
Some
mistake.
quick math here.
I'm gonna go. I don't think I like this that much.
Just don't go over 10, David. Or do.
I
That'd be
mean, you
helpful. We'd
can.
love it, actually.
You absolutely can. It's just, it's going to...
You can score negative. That's
All
fine.
right.
Yeah, we established
enough.
that David can score negative.
Can you place this over in what's the
This one?
Creepy
cove?
Cove.
Creepy Cove.
Creepy Cove.
When in doubt, go to Creepy Cove.
Yes, the rule book even says when in doubt, go to Creepy Cove.
say
Why? I'm not sure.
You want to take
But
a card? You want to...
I will take a card. And
Good about that?
oh, interesting. I'll be happy to report. I said interesting every time I peeked at a card in
Yes,
our
he
practice
did.
game. Elisha loved it.
Can you put this on the Peaceful Plains?
Interesting.
I'll take a card too.
That is interesting.
I love seeing the cards.
How's about that?
Huh. You know the one thing good about playing with Emily is you learn generally how to play board games. Because I'm seeing some things unfold here.
Yeah?
Yep.
I'm going to go...
Good.
It's your last one.
It is my last one.
Once you place your last airship, you're out for the round. So
Yes, when you play, yeah, but then I'm first to choose what order I go in on the next round. So
Where are you gonna go?
Where am I gonna go? It's like, do I think it's Creepy Cove?
Or have we not gone there? So you should go
I
somewhere we haven't
know.
gone.
I think one
How many
of you
places
have gone
left
there.
have we not gone to?
3 places we haven't gone
There's
to.
3 locations we haven't gone to, or maybe we did. Maybe we went there.
Oh my gosh,
You never
David.
know.
So many
Stop
head games.
it.
Wherever you place it, I'm gonna say
Stop.
interesting.
I know. Trust me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to
Oh, it's a white one too.
choose.
Yeah.
Oh wow, man, this
It's
would
gotta be a 1.
Could
There's
you
no
imagine
way
if she
it's a
put
10.
zeros out there and then she guesses the right
10?
place with a 10?
Jeez, no way. No way.
That would be. I'd have to respect
There's
that quite
no
a bit.
way.
I'm gonna go here.
All right, give her the card. Let her see what she gambled.
Okay.
Happy with that?
I am
She's
happy
either
with
happy or
that.
it's the best poker face ever. All right, it's me. It's my last airship. Again, I have to do some math, so no mistake.
me-
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, what
gonna
do you
go
want your
ahead
player
and-
order to be?
Are you gonna take a gold or take first? So if she takes first, she wins ties as we resolve things. If she takes third, she will lose those ties, but she
get
gets a
gold.
gold right now.
I think I'm going to go ahead and take a gold.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Not knowing what's going on out there.
Yep.
Although you do have a chance in Torrential Tropic
TBD.
against Emily. Be interesting if both of you put zeros over there.
That
If you
would be
put zeros and you have nothing else, you
Nothing.
don't get anything. But the Starfall remains there for the following round, and then it's like winner take all.
Makes it even juicier.
Okay, so I placed that. Okay, and I placed that.
Just
All
remember
right.
your numbers, David.
I am remembering my numbers. If I on camera screw this up, well, you won't know because we'll start recording again. And with that said, let me make sure. And
Last time it was
yes.
2 of the white ones, so I was like, David,
It was.
that has
it
to
was
be the one in the
Thank you
10.
for pointing that out, Emily. I'm glad you shared the details of my mistake. For no particular reason, I'm going to go to Careening Cliffs.
Oh,
And look right here. Oh, interesting.
I will also, for no particular reason, go to Careening Cliffs with a white one.
Oh, are you kidding? Oh, you might have given Torrential Tropics to her then, if you went with your 10.
Who knows? But David, what was your player order? You want to
Oh.
be 1, 2?
Oh, I'll take one.
Dang it.
Take a one for sure.
yeah.
Lily.
I mean, I don't
You.
think I'm winning any ties here, but we'll see.
All right, so that's the end of the round. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to reveal the hidden objective.
The hidden objective is called Pessimistic Perspective.
Ooh.
It sounds like something I should have playing this game with you guys. Have the least peaks on hidden objectives when revealed.
Oh,
Oh, none of us looked.
None of us looked.
None of us looked at hidden objectives. So when they say the most or least peaks, that's when you peek at these objectives up here, and no one did. So we're all tied,
Dang it.
which means
No.
I win that tie. So I get a starfall for that objective. And I'm not ashamed to admit this. You can luck into some of those.
I did.
When those objectives are revealed, it's like, oh, sweet. I got that one because no one else did. There was one in our practice game where they had peeked at it, and I hadn't. And they
There's
knew,
nothing we could do.
None of us, we all
Yeah.
tied, so they just knew I was going to win. I was the only one who didn't know, so it was kind of satisfying.
There you go.
Being dumb and lucking into something like that.
All right,
so
and
that
what's
was
our
the objective.
what's our place?
The place.
Oh, is it careening?
In addition,
Cove?
it is careening.
How did you know?
in addition to torrential tropics, we've got careening cliffs over here.
The only 2 places that were contested on the board.
But we resolve all of the locations because when you win things, you go through this sort of tiered list of things. Whoever wins a location that has a starfall, they get the starfall. Second place is going to get both resources that that location offers. Third place would get one of the 2. And then fourth place, if there was one, gets nothing. And if you have markets there, no matter what level you win, you can get some extra resources, which is where I screwed up, which I think is where I'm going to screw up again tonight, but we'll see. So reveal all of those ships, if you will, Elisha. We put Elisha over there. Her nails are probably the biggest hurdle of doing what we're doing right now.
That's fine.
Are you getting it? Oh, you've got a method. Oh,
We
it
don't have
wasn't-
any
it wasn't-
10s.
No 10s.
No
So,
10s.
way over there on that first little creepy cove was a 0, so nothing. Could I have my chip back, please?
Oh, nothing there.
Next was torrential tropics. I was not present.
Oh, I did a 7
Oh.
and you did an 8.
I did an 8, but I also did a total of 11. So this
Oh,
is
what?
a 7.
Yes!
Oh, Elisha. Oh, man. Oh, so the way that works, she had a total of 11, which is a no-no. So you have to take each of your chips that you put out and reduce them by the amount that you went over, which was 1 in this case.
Correct.
So her 8 becomes a 7. Oh.
And I'm first in player order.
Yeah.
Woo!
Ouch.
So,
So-
I get the starfall.
You get the starfall, and I get the resources.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Interesting. You know, one thing I didn't do in our first game that I thought of is there could be reasons to
Want
to get the resources.
Although the starfall is the end all be all. Like at the end, the
Right.
resources don't mean anything.
That
I
is
also
true.
because I have a market that's attached to it as well, I'm also going to get a resource along with the starfall.
Oh.
So I will also
So she has to choose one of the two resources there. That's iron or wood. Okay. Next is Peaceful Plains.
You're uncontested here.
You're uncontested.
So you get the resources.
So I will get 1, 2, and an extra.
Yep, because she's got the market there.
Yeah, that's a pretty
3.
well-placed market. So if there's no starfall, you just take the topmost available tier, which in this case was 2 resources.
And then Dreadful Desert for David.
Yep, so I don't get, there's no starfall, but I get the resources and I get an extra, so I get 3 gold.
There you
Which
go.
is not too bad for the peaking situation. And then we'll go ahead and do Careening Cliffs. So I've got that.
David takes it. So David's going to get the starfall.
Yes.
And Emily is going to get 3 resources again.
Yes.
All right, this is what happened in the first game that we played. I was way out in the lead right at the beginning, and then I lost.
Cool.
All right, and so my 1 becomes a 0, so I don't get to score anything here.
But your 2 becomes a 1.
But my 2 becomes a 1, so I'm going to get 2 plus 1, so I'm going to get 3 stone.
Sounds like a love song. Your 2 become 1.
That iron is going to come into play when she wants to build some
Fortresses
for sure.
All right, and then here are your ships, David.
Thank you.
And Emily. Do a little trading.
All right, this is very similar to how the practice game started. So during cleanup, you're going to take the Starfall location with all the other Starfall cards. Did we all peek at all of them? Can I have your Starfall cards?
I do have cards.
You shuffle all of those together again, so the same hidden Starfall location might come out.
And then you'll also shuffle the one where 1 will be public. And it's possible that the public one is the same as one of the private ones.
It is. We had that happen.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we had that happen too.
A couple times, because as more come out, it's more likely to happen.
So the public one will be that Dreadful Desert, where we all have markets attached to it.
Oh, I like that.
I have a feeling a lot of people are going there this round.
So now you can see we have 2 of these.
Right, and those pieces do come back, right?
These pieces will come back. There you go.
Thank you.
The only pieces that don't come back are when you peek at an objective, because it is important to keep track of that. So we're going to play one more round to give you an idea of what's going on. I'm guessing someone might build a fortress this round. It's probably not going to be me. This is exactly what happened to me last time.
You just
I had
did the
gold,
same thing.
so I kept peeking. I kept placing my ships. I need to pivot here and get some more resources for sure. And the play order is on me again, so I will begin. Should I think I am. I'm going to
Oh my gosh, David.
2 gold.
Every time.
2 gold to get a peek at this one. Take a look.
Quit looking at my
Oh,
resources,
like how much
Emily.
gold do you have, Elisha?
Don't worry about me.
You know what this card is?
Is it interesting?
It's interesting.
Okay.
It's interesting. Emily's, I think, done. Done with the joke. We're done.
I just want to know what resource you're going to take.
I'm going to take a gold.
Was a gold possible? Just remember that.
A gold was possible. I was just checking to see if I took something else, if I might be able to build a thing, and I'm not.
So we got.
So I took another gold so I could do maybe another peak.
Have you mark it. So it could be Creepy Cove, Peaceful Plains, Careening Cliffs.
It could be anything.
Dreadful Desert again?
It could be anything.
I also want to peek. I want to know what it is, but I'm going to choose the second one.
Oh.
So we have a little bit of different information.
So much excitement. What is it? What is it?
And I'll...
Was it interesting?
It was...
She's not going to say it.
Interesting.
Oh, she did.
Right there.
I guess they're all about the gold.
There you go.
All right. I'm going to trade 2 resources to get 1 of another. So I've got 5 iron right now. I only need 3 to build a fortress. So I'm going to go ahead and exchange 2 of those to get myself another wood.
Nice.
So that I'll be able to build a market and a fortress this round.
That's cool.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spend my gold and my wood to build a market and put it in some prime real estate.
I gotta say, that's not, even though you maybe came up empty on the Starfall situation the first round, you're set up pretty well.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Right.
have 2 markets and a fortress by the end of this round, and you might win some starfalls on top of it.
Exactly.
Right. It's gonna get nicer and nicer resource-wise for me later.
Yeah.
Back to me.
Back to you.
Do I peek again?
Do it.
I think I do. I think I do.
Oh my gosh, David.
I'm gonna spend the 2
This
gold
is why you
and
don't
peek
have
at this
anything
one.
out.
Yeah, but I won't get those resources right now. Oh.
Oh, what could it be?
Mildly interesting. Only mildly.
Well, I'm gonna put out the first
Wait,
fortress
I get a resource.
If you want.
if you want.
Okay.
He's
Well,
gonna
of course
take the
I
gold.
want.
He's gonna take the gold.
I'm gonna put this right here, and I'm gonna
I
take
knew it.
a gold. Just. It might be the same card as this. Actually, it can't be.
It cannot be.
It cannot be. I was just kidding. Just trying to get into their heads.
I'm gonna spend 3 stone, and then I'm gonna put out a fortress. So I will put it out. I think there's one more spot that has 4 touching it, so I'll put it right there. Give me the most bang for my buck. That'll be my turn.
Okay.
Interesting. I wonder if that's really what was at play with her decision, or if she peeked at a thing that's next to that fortress.
It's possible.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Well, we already know that the Dreadful
And-
Desert is one of them.
That's
so.
true.
do the same thing.
Elisha, you copycat.
I mean, it's the benefit of going third.
That's true.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, it's ship time, everybody. Wait for the magnet sound. I'm gonna try to do something. I want to collect some
little
resources. I
fancy,
want to
huh?
collect some resources. When you go out to collect resources, well, I can't tell you because that'll give my strategy away. But
Soon to be revealed.
I'm gonna go right here, Dreadful Desert,
For reasons?
For reasons.
to look
Lots
at
of
this
little
card.
reasons?
I'll
Okay.
stop. I promise I won't say interesting again. Although it wasn't.
It's taking everything in him not
It-
to, though.
it-
It's just
it
taking
is.
all of his
It
willpower.
is.
All right, so I'm at a crossroads here. I can use my 2 gold to. Actually, I'm not at a crossroads. I know exactly what I am going to take a longer route, which means I'm going to not get to choose my player order, which is always what happens, but it's fine. I am going to also peek at that. I know it has a gold because David already took a gold from it, and then I'll
What if I
still
cheated?
have
What
enough
if I
to get a
cheated?
market. Yeah, then we're going to be calling you out, sir. It does have a gold, so
So I'm not a
you're
liar.
not a liar, and you can put this right next to yours. Thank you.
All right. Hopefully this
Interesting,
objective is you didn't peek at a starfall because
Yeah, I
at least
know,
we'll
right?
get that.
My turn.
It is.
Ships.
I'm gonna go ahead and put out.
Are
my
you
first
out of
ship.
resources over there?
I am.
Good.
Fine. She's got. Well,
Are
Right,
you-
I got a market
What do
left.
oh, you've got a market left?
That's
How do you
what
have
I'm
a
saying.
market left? You had
'Cause
3
I got a gold
gold.
from
Oh
it.
shoot!
I got 2 gold this round from
Been
peeking
watching
at stuff.
her.
That is nice.
it is.
I mean, you peek, but if it wasn't a
got
gold.
enough
Although
change.
you
But I knew it was a gold.
Yeah.
That's why it wasn't a gamble.
Interesting.
I did that last game where I was hoping it would be a stone. I was like, half the places have stone. I picked something it didn't have stone. And I was like, dang it.
Oh, I scooped up 2 by accident. Hold on, guys.
And first she does 11. Now you're stacking multiple chips.
She's like, whichever one's better. That's
Which
the one I'm going
I know. It went shoop shoop. That was it.
Split the difference.
Yep. I'm gonna go here with David because it's the only information I know.
But see, by going there, though, you didn't get a card. So now you have even less information.
It's fine.
She's flying blind, everybody. I
What you got, David?
am
Does it
going.
have a white border? Is it a one or a
I don't
tip?
think so.
He's making last minute changes. Once it's out, it's out.
Snap, snap. I love it.
I am gonna go right here.
Ooh.
Interesting. White border and all.
What could it mean?
Okay.
All right, well, I'm going to put out my market. Got one little market left.
One little market.
All the good spots have been taken.
I mean, there's lots of stop pots open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean all the really
all
juicy
the
spots?
really good
All
spots.
the
have been
There's
taken.
one below on the southern one. There's connected to 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
there's a lot that are connected
none
to
of the
3
three
actually.
that I want. I want something connected to probably one of those two. Actually,
Over here.
I know where she's gonna go.
you know. Where
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
totally
go.
know where you're going. Totally know where you're going.
These guys.
David has no idea where I'm going. I'm going over there. I'm going to in between the torrential tropics and the peaceful plains.
I knew, for the record, I knew
You
where
did
she
not
was
know.
going.
Of course.
And then
There's
she
no
changed her
way.
mind
There's
and went.
no
She went
way.
in the opposite direction. She just wanted to prove me wrong that badly.
That is how I play most of the games with David. I'm like, whatever will prove David wrong.
Totally not
That's
the
what
way
I'm
she
doing.
plays games.
Shoot! I like it. I'm gonna go out here.
Ooh, another card.
Please and thank you.
What'd you get? What'd you get?
Stuff.
Stuff.
I know what the places are. You can't hide from me.
All right.
I haven't placed any ships yet.
That annoys me. You know, it doesn't annoy me. That. I am gonna go.
Well, it's not your 10. It's probably not a 9. If I had to guess right now, I would
You haven't
guess,
put any ships out?
I haven't put any.
Yeah,
ships
we've
out.
established that. So
Ah.
she's just gonna come creeping in behind
This
you.
hurts so bad.
If I had to guess, that's a 2. That's what my money's on.
Get out of my head, Emily. I'm gonna go right here, buddy up with my other ship.
What?
Wow. Bold move.
That's what I'm doing.
That
It's
is
the only
very
information we have.
bold. That is very bold.
And this is good information.
Yeah.
This guy.
Oh my goodness. All right, what are we gonna do over here? I don't know. Let's see. So let's think about David's. David's could be a 1 and then 2 other numbers that add up to 9, or a 10 and it's both of his zeros, and he put both of his zeros in there to scare everyone away, and they're really not gonna get him anything. I just don't believe that.
Oh.
I just don't believe that.
What if I did my 2 zeros and a 1?
What if you did
Just
your
to
2
mess with
zeros
y'all.
and a 1?
That would be dumb.
It would be. It would be. But I'm crazy enough to try it.
He would. You can't put it past him.
How much did I go over in our practice game? You were at 11. What did I do? 12?
You did 2.
Oh, no, I did 11 also.
That's right, 'cause you
11
did
is the tricky number.
Yeah.
How did you do 11? What did you
I
build up?
did 8, 2, and 1.
That's 11.
Yeah.
It's always been 11 as far as I know.
Yeah.
All right. Party in the desert.
Looks like
Oh
there's
my
a party
gosh.
in Caribbean
you
Cliffs,
imagine?
too.
Why not? I'm going to go over here.
Wow. It's
I'm
getting
not afraid
hot
to
in
say I
there.
don't like it. Hopefully you did
Wow.
11 again.
This is huge. This is huge. All right. Okay, so
You
She's
got
just
2
gonna-
ships?
She's
I got
going to
2
scoop up
ships
Starfall.
Oh, wait a minute. I finished first, right?
yes, you
Correct.
did. So
Yeah,
what-
yeah,
what's
yeah.
your
Well,
player
I'm
order?
taking the tiebreaker.
Okay.
I'm number
Take
1.
one.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to go second.
Well, are you in a position with Emily?
No.
Well, you might as well take third then, probably, right?
I
Don't you think?
mean, because I'll get a resource, because
Well,
I don't want to give her a resource.
You don't know where I'm gonna go.
Oh, that's true. She has ships to go out.
I got 2 ships left, baby.
Yeah, it's up to you. Emily, if you go third, Emily's definitely going to go where she thinks she can take it from you and
I'm still going to take third.
Yay!
and your gold.
And my
I
gold.
think that's what I would have probably done. But
All
that
right.
doesn't mean anything. I play horribly.
I'm gonna do this right there.
Woo!
By the way, I think Emily's the
Up in
only
the
one of
middle.
us that rearranges her chips.
Oh,
that
mine are too.
Oh, you've rearranged? No,
She's
I have
like,
mine
no
in
way.
order. I'm just kidding. I don't exactly.
And I will go into the torrential tropics.
Get another peek if you want.
Yeah, why not?
Hey.
I love looking at
well,
cards.
Yeah, I guess it's a peek-ish.
Yeah.
Baby Scout.
It's one of
should
them's
you
called a peek and one of them's called
is
a
a
scout.
peek,
You're
this is a
actually
scout.
these are scouting and this
Yeah.
is
Just
peeking.
taking a card.
Yeah, that's just taking.
Just a
card.
baby scout.
Is
All
that
right,
it?
put me up to 2. That's what I'll choose.
All right. Do we want to know? No one peeked at this again.
No. Surprises for
Here's
everyone.
what the objective is. It is called scaling spires. Have the most buildings connected to sinister spires.
No, it's
you and
not
I, David.
that.
Is it you and I?
David is going to win it.
Oh, I love that tiebreaker.
David.
I'm going to tie-break my way to...
to a win.
I know.
Well, I mean, at least to early Starfalls anyway. Oh, I like that.
Into a
I like
lead.
that. You know, I think we're all going to start looking at these because that's just too...
Yes.
Too many.
It's just up
Too
for grabs.
many.
It's just up
Too
for
many.
grabs.
If I had known that, I would have placed my stuff here. I placed 2 things this round. I could have just placed them there, and taken that Starfall.
You could have. I'm sorry, Emily.
Dang.
You had reasons for where you
I
put
had
yours.
reasons.
I don't know about that one over there, though.
You'll see.
Oh,
She gets extra resources.
All right. So, if everyone hadn't guessed by now, careening cliffs yet again, and we've got the desert twice, which means we don't resolve it twice. We resolve it once, but it's got 2 Starfalls on it.
2.
So I'm afraid I'm going to lose it now because of what Emily has put in there. But
We'll
or
see.
Elisha, quite frankly, she's got 2
There's
ships in there.
so many ships there.
Reveal the ships.
All right.
I said with hardly any enthusiasm whatsoever. What you got there, Emily?
I got a 2.
Beats my 1.
Yeah, I figured that was your one.
All right. And David came out with a 9
Oh, you came out hot.
and a 0. I came out with an 8
Oh no! Not 2.
and a 2.
Oh, wow. I got 3rd, so I'm going to get
Oh
very
my
little.
gosh. All right, so let's resolve these things. Let's start over
Emily
there.
gets nothing here.
No, I do. I have a fortress.
Oh, you do have it.
Oh.
Is that connected?
Yeah.
No. Yeah,
Right
it
there,
is. You're
those
right.
2.
It is. All right.
Yep, so her fortress counts as 1 troop strength, so she does actually win it, so you get both resources.
I get a stone and a wood.
Is your
and
market
then
connected up there?
Both of my markets are connected. So,
Oh, that's right.
yes. So even though nothing was going on there, I get 4 resources from that while placing a 0.
Yeah, that's huge.
So that was my big play.
That's why the thing's up there?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why the thing's up there. Yeah.
I can be taught.
I'm also going to go ahead and take 3
Oh.
resources. I'm going to take, because my fortress is here, and I have a market connected, so I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 resources.
4?
3.
3.
3.
You get an extra 1 resource.
So
Oh, you're right.
3 wood.
3 wood.
Would rather.
So this is what you do, David. You get resources this way.
I know. I like getting the Starfalls. I'm just
I
going to
know
luck
you
into
do.
my Starfalls.
I mean, the
here
Starfalls
with
is the
objectives.
points. It is the point of the game.
Let's settle this one. So Emily's going to take this one, and David's going to get resources.
So I'll get a Starfall because that was one of the others. And I also get a resource because I have a market.
And my resource situation there is a gold and an iron.
Gold and an iron.
It's like a gold.
And then for the grand finale
The big
here,
middle.
we've got Dreadful Desert. And
I'm gonna
unfortunately,
take
it's Elisha
2
getting...
stars.
So you
2
had what? You had
Starfall.
9. You had 11
I did
because
not.
of your
I had a 0.
no, because of your fortress that was
Oh.
connected to it.
Ah, you're right.
And then I
Oh.
had 9. So you still beat me because you're of turn order,
Oh, whew.
but you
So I
was
get
close.
I get 2 gold, plus I have a market attached, so I get 3 gold.
Yes.
Here I am again with 5 gold and nothing else.
I got 3rd place, which is not as great. So I get 1 thing, but I also have a market, so I'll get 2 gold.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Not bad.
Not awful.
It is interesting, even after our practice game, seeing some things play out
Yeah.
is kind of interesting to see how things are going.
Yes.
So, with that said, we are going to reset this for round 3. We're going to play the rest of the game, which is another 3 rounds. And as you can tell, there's more and more hidden Starfall locations each time. So by the end, we'll have 5. So there's going to be a lot contested at the end of the game. So no matter how big of a lead someone has, one player, well, a couple players could split up quite a few Starfalls at the end of the game because there's going to be a lot out there. And in our practice game, there was even an island that had one left over from the round before.
Yep.
Because as there's more cards, there's just islands that just like, oh, no one went there and there was a
Yeah.
Starfall. So we will finish the game and come back and tell you how it all shakes out. Wish me luck. And we are back, and I won. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Sure, David. That's totally
No,
what
things
happened.
went. Here's the thing about how I play games. I've said this on the channel before. I don't learn from my mistakes. I did a lot of the same things. I did, I think, get 1 more fortress out than I did before in our practice game. Thank you. This is what it's like. This is what it's like. But I only got 7 points. And in fact, 2 of those Starfall were just in the last round. Since we saw you last, I think I had 3 before we turned the cameras off. I got 2 more. And I wasn't able to get much resources except for gold because of my focus on Dreadful Desert there. So I was doing a lot of peeking, but you'll find that when you have information, that is great. But if someone else is there and they're getting more resources and they're building more forts, then you just might not have the troop strength. So you have to get bold and make some bold moves, which I clearly didn't.
That's kind of what happened too, even in like the careening cliffs in the last round. You both put down zeros, but you had the fortresses around it, so you ended up winning it. And if you don't have enough resources on the board and stuff,
I went really heavy into molten more at the end, and that's what I do in games. Is I'm like, oh, okay,
you won molten more.
I'm going to get that.
Like,
yes, I
and
did.
Then some.
Yeah.
He owns that place now.
I overkilled and lost the game. So I had 7. Elisha had 8 Starfall, and Emily, of course, had 9. So of the 3 of us, I'm the only one without a win.
My strategy was more though, like I was putting out stuff on the board and I tried to put them all kind of in the same area over there, which worked out really well for me.
Resource-wise.
I got lucky too that we picked up Torrential Tropics a couple times and the Peaceful Plains where I had already the fortresses and the markets. So it was like, I was thinking to myself, like, even if I don't win this, I'll get a bunch of resources. Yeah. But I am going to try to win them. And then if I do, I'll get the Starfall. So it just seemed to kind of work out the way I was hoping. But yeah, I think that strategy kind of made it a little more fun.
Yeah, I'm just too focused. They say Starfalls win the game, and that's really all I focus on. So that resource, that Torrential Tropics, having a lot of ability there to come in second even. Yeah. I mean, sometimes, like we said, you might not want, like, is a Starfall worth as much as 6 resources or more? Maybe not. Or I don't know if it's not 6. How many were you getting total?
There were times when I was thinking to myself, like, okay, I don't know if Torrential Tropics is even going to get Starfall because peeking, I hadn't seen it. But I was like, but even if it doesn't, I get so many different resources from it. I may as well try, and hopefully it will. And then most of the time that ended up paying out for me. So
yeah, it's interesting because you could set up a situation where you peek at a card, then you put a 1 over there.
Sure.
And people think, oh, a Starfall's there.
Yeah.
They might go heavy there, or a 2, say. Mm-hmm. They might go heavy there to try to steal it from you, only to find out you were really just wanting to get the resources anyway.
Well, we had one moment like that where I was like, for sure David just put down his 10. That was for sure his 10 because I had peeked something. And
but it was my 1.
It was your 1. And I was like, dang it, David, you got me.
But you got me and us in the end. What were you doing, Elisha? You had stuff all over the board too.
I did. I played kind of balanced. I mean, I was trying to get stuff out, but I also had enough resources to get the stuff out. I won some things. I didn't do as much. I mean, I did do a fair amount of peeking towards the end where I was like, I'm going to need some information. I was trying to go to places that they weren't fighting over because they were peeking early. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, all right, I just kind of let it go. And I lucked into some things, which was quite nice. Yeah. I mean, it was just like, well, we'll see how this goes, you know? And like Emily, you know, it was like, I'll at least get some resources if there's no Starfall there. Or I might luck into something. So
and you picked up some of these objectives
I
too,
did,
right?
yeah, where it was like, so I looked at this one, and it was the one where having the oh, I'm sorry, no, it was the buildings, you're right. I peeked at that, and I was like, okay, I'm cool. And I was like, I just need to get 1 more out or whatever. And I was like, I was running a little poor. I had position, so I was like, I'm going to get this if nothing else happens. And then Emily, not knowing, she's like, I'm going to build a thing. And I'm like, oh my God. So I lost that one and she didn't even know. And I couldn't do anything about it because I was already done with my resources that turn, which stunk.
Those moments happen where because of the information you know, you're like, okay, I know this. But then you're kind of out of the round because you've finished. And then you're just watching everyone and sitting there hoping.
Stealing it from you.
Don't do that. Oh.
You would like luckily guess, like I had looked at something and I had that information and you're just like, well, I'm just going to go here, I guess. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm just going to guess the right joint. Oh my God.
She kept a pretty good poker face though.
It was all internal.
So yeah, that was our game of Fractured Sky. This was at 3-player. The game plays up to 5 and we haven't played it at 5, but the board has a whole nother side. Yep. I think there's a couple more locations. Mm-hmm. I think that would be probably even more interesting
Yeah.
to play it at a 5-player player count.
Well, especially because like you see at the end, and it's our first rounds too, we had like where we were all kind of clustered up in the same areas. With 5 people, that's kind of crazy
gonna be
how much you
crazy.
can put in the same areas. Or just like everything else, if you do spread out, everything's going to be contested to some degree, right?
Yeah.
So you can't ever just be like, oh, I'm doing a 0 and getting there. Like you have to really think about everything you're putting down. I think 5 would be chaotic fun.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, no matter what the player count is, you still get to do this. Oh, it's very satisfying. Anyway, if you have any questions about the game at all, make them in the comments below. We'll get down there and answer what we can. Until next time, though, make sure everyone has fun at the table, and we'll see you then.